What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Jeff, known of RDR Gear in Salt City, Utah. And if you don't know what we do at RDR Gear, you can, 1, go to our website, rdrgear.com, 2, check out our Instagram, 3, DM, email us, all that good stuff. Email us info@rdrholsters.com. We specialize in kydex gear, canine gear, nylon soft goods, belts, chest rigs, placards, our new PRC plate carrier. We do a little bit of everything. So again, swing by the website, rdrgear.com, check it out, see what you like. Let's talk rifles. Start this rifle. So over the years, I have made good friends, or become good friends, I should say, with Buck Doyle of Follow Through Consulting. Buck is the local guy here in Utah, former Marine, Marsoc Marine, and he owns Follow Through Consulting. Buck's style of teaching is a little bit different. It's not about one shot, one kill sniper stuff. It's really understanding how to engage multiple targets at distance with multiple rounds in probably some of the most non-square range terrain found anywhere in the country right now. This rifle is the rifle that I use quite a bit down in Teasdale, Utah, which is Buck's main range here in Utah. And this is the rifle setup that I've used in both scope carbine and recce carbine. Recce carbine is designed more for LPVOs and 12.5, 14.5 length rifles, even down to 10.5 and 300 blackout, and running from 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 10s most times. Scope carbine is 16-inch guns, 18-inch guns, and the 3 to 18 Tremor 3 reticle from Leupold. I have ran that class in both 16, 18 guns, and I did 1 year, I did a 14.5 gun. So we stretched the 5.56 caliber from 100 to 1,000 yards on the third day of class. I have done it in all 3 rifle lengths, but honestly, your 16, 18-inch guns really do well in that arena and that distance. So let's kind of go through soup to nuts, tip to tail on what we've got here. So this is what I consider parts that I assembled to make a rifle. Right? I didn't say build rifle. If you guys have watched the junkyard build video, a lot of you guys like to get me on the word build. I don't believe personally people build rifles. I think you get a bunch of parts in the mail. You get an upper, you get a lower, you get a scope, you get a suppressor, you get a light. You assemble those parts to come up with what you want to get as the end result. I don't think any of the things are building, you're assembling, and I like to jab you guys as much as you like to jab me on that conversation, because it's definitely a topic on the YouTube video in regards to builds. So let's talk again about features. Front end of the gun, this is an NG2 suppressor. This is the original first gen model. This is a direct thread can. It is not a QD system. The way this can operates and functions in regards to gas buildup and carbon buildup in the gun, I will gladly sacrifice the QD system for the suppressor, because it is like a vacuum. It sucks everything out the gun when that round leaves the weapon. It is phenomenal, well-built suppressor, a little bigger in diameter. I like the look of it, and again, NG2 has changed names, and I should probably know the new name of the company because they are here locally, but Ernie is very knowledgeable in a lot of things he builds, and again, I would gladly sacrifice the QD for the direct thread. Now, that being said, majority of you guys are going to want that QD. It's just the way life is, but unfortunately, they specialize in direct thread suppressors. Light. Some of you guys are probably going to jump my shit on the comments, but I believe the Cloud Rain weapon light is by far the #1 selling light. I shouldn't say #1 selling light, is the best light for the money currently on the market. This is not a bunch about fanboydom on the light. It's a well-built, overbuilt, super robust tank of a light. What you get in regards to package of light, switch, charging, base, etc., all that stuff, the value you get from the Cloud Rain far supersedes what you get from Modulite in regards to quality, or not quality, but price. Light quality, I feel they're 6s, hands down. I feel the Rain is a better, more robust built light, but at the end of the day, I think they're 6s in regards to what you get. It's just a lot of the dudes are running the Modulite due to social media and all the other stuff that's out there in the world. So if you're on the fence between 2 products, the Cloud Rain is a solid light to look at. Optic. Leupold Mark 6 Tremor 3 reticle. This is a 3-18 Mark 6. This is the original Mark 6 body. The new Mark 5 HD bodies are more rounded, kind of more streamlined, kind of maybe dehorned, so to speak. They're not as kind of chunky and bulky as the Mark 6. I like the look of the Mark 6 better. This is a 3-18 with the Tremor 3 reticle. The Tremor 3 reticle, if you don't know much about it, I'm not going to get into it too much, but take a look at it, jump online, do some research. It's an optic that Buck uses a lot in the class. A lot of students can borrow these. Majority of people who come down to the class, whether that be 3-18, 5-25, most of us, if not all of us, are always running a Tremor 3 reticle due to their wind hold ability and the ability to range and mill and do everything you need to do in this glass without actually dialing any dope or turning a turret. Everything can be done in the reticle. It's a phenomenal reticle. It's the one that I shoot most. If I'm going to shoot a shorter gun, my 14.5 rifle in, say, a recce style carbine class, I often take this and put it on that gun just because I'm so familiar now with the reticle in the Tremor 3. So phenomenal option. Cannot go wrong with that. Offset red dot. I used to run offset fixed irons, the Duke Defense fixed irons. But as my eyes got a little worse, and I've had an eye test recently, I need new glasses again. The red dot for me works much better than trying to find the smaller post in the irons. I run the dot for two reasons on the offset. Number one is the GDI mount that I use for this scope does not have a top cap that I can get that has a RMR or a Delta Point style mounting solution to the top here. So running the dot on the offset iron is kind of forced. The other option is too that I'm running this as a high power variable optic. So if I did have to get off this gun and do anything short range work or movement or structure, I can offset that gun and still work with the red dot fairly easy as I would anything else. And again, it gives me a little bit of ease of use considering this gun now is 20 plus inches long overall length. So that's the reason there. Lower is a arrow position lower. Trigger is the only thing I'm probably not too happy with this because it was just one I had laying around. This is the original AR Gold trigger that the Radian rifles got when they first came out, when Radian came out with their rifles. This is a trigger that you'll see there's a ton of sloppiness in here. I don't like that, but the one benefit of this rifle is that once that round leaves, that reset is next to nothing. It's probably less than a pound, if a pound max. So again, that's one of the benefits there. Ambi safeties and Mod Zero grip, B5 stock. And that's kind of the soup to nuts in regards to the SPR rifle here. The SPR rifle, don't get confused between SPR and recce rifles. They are slightly different and their applications are slightly different. But that's something for you, and then DMR as well. If you have questions amongst those three options and the nomenclature of those three, Google it. You'll find some really good solutions and answers, places to train for this type of setups. Of course, Follow Through Consulting, Buck here in Utah. Ridgeline is another great one to go to for distance training as well. So this system, you can't go wrong. This is a dual rifle from 0 to 1,000 easily. The right ammo, and you're good to go. One thing I didn't mention earlier, Magpul bipod. Not a fan. I did have this laying around. I do have an Atlas on one other gun that I'll probably pull off and put back on this one. The Magpul is solid. It's okay. I don't like the ability that you kind of have to adjust these, and then I don't like the tilt and I don't like the turret. So those are two things. If I could get rid of those, I'd like to do so. I've been told by a buddy of mine that he was going to come by and show me how to, there's a trick to lock these out, whatnot, but he hasn't had a chance. He's doing a bunch of Army stuff. So, but other than that, I would definitely go back to an Atlas or even a Harris bipod. But the Magpul I had laying around, so I threw that on this one here, and that's kind of the setup there. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, we post 2 to 3 videos every week on gear that we use, gear that we buy, gear that we manufacture. Until next time, be well. Take care.